Hey folks, back again with another vlog. This is Restaurant Wars and Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, which I'm amazed they haven't used that latter title before, because that's awesome. So to get started with Restaurant Wars, this is a fun little twist on the kind of Romeo and Juliet plot. Feuding families, kids in love. Very standard, very kind of boring plot. And it was fun to see them kind of put this twist into it where the kids are just pretending in order to get the parents to make peace with one another. I'm pretty sure I've seen that elsewhere before, but I can't think of where, so it can't have been that common. So that was all good. I liked, I realized watching it that out of the last two episodes and this two episodes, and possibly even for the two episodes before that, like, the gems only showed up once. When they were acting as restaurant staff. That's the only time they showed up in this entire block of episodes. It's been very focused on Steven and other people in Beach City. Which to an extent I can understand, because Beach City is, Beach City was absent for the last few episodes of the second season and the first few episodes of the third season. None of those characters appeared, so I can understand wanting to refocus in on them. But at the same time, like, Steven and the Gems are the main characters. And putting the Gems this far out of focus for so long, the main three Gems, I don't know. I would like to see them back in soon. Doesn't have to be, like, right away, but it'd be nice to get them back in soon. That said, and actually, now that I think about it, we did have a fairly major Pearl episode not that long ago, so there was at least that. Fairly major, really major Pearl episode. So that was my only other real thought on Restaurant Wars is it was unusually mean-spirited. The way that nobody cared about Renaldo. And especially coming right after an episode where the fact that Kevin doesn't care about anybody else's feelings as long as he gets his jollies, and that's correctly portrayed as Kevin being terrible. Nobody cares. They laugh off. And the audience is expected to laugh at the fact that, Renaldo, he was resistant to the scheme. He reluctantly went along with it. It has ruined his relationship. And he's really upset about it. And nobody cares. And I mean, it's not like I particularly like Renaldo as a character. It's just that is unusually mean-spirited for this show. This show is usually, its humor is usually not at the expense of someone. So that was a little bit jarring. I feel bad for the guy. It's not the end of the world, but I do feel bad for him. And it's not really funny. It would be funny if it were something incredibly minor that he was overreacting to wildly. If he were sobbing because he dropped a french fry, I don't know. That I would be okay with laughing at. But the fact that he's, not a lot of people seem to like Renaldo in the show. Like, he doesn't really have a lot of friends. He's generally seen as being a pretty weird guy. To the point that nobody really believed him when he said he had a girlfriend. and then, like, he lost that. That's pretty tragic, really. And so it's really weird for the show to be portraying that as funny. And I hope they come back. I was hoping, given that the next episode was about the pizza place, I was hoping that that would in some way, like, be a continuation of the one we just saw and maybe have some resolution to the thing with Renaldo and Jane. But nope. Hopefully they come back to it in some form. Either, it doesn't have to be Renaldo and Jane getting back together, but some form of getting back to it to say that, these people's feelings matter. Because that's what, we've had a few episodes about that lately, about, your feelings matter. And other people's feelings matter. And I mean, that was the whole thrust of Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, was that Kiki's feelings matter. And while it's nice to occasionally put your own feelings aside to help another person, you still have to take care of yourself, Stephen has a limit. And when he reaches that limit, he says, I can't do this anymore. This has to be the last time. And he helps Kiki learn to say that as well, and that it's not the end of the world if she says that. That's an important thing to teach people. Especially for kids, especially, I think, for girls. Because, our culture is not forgiving of people's individual limits. You are expected to, if you're not working yourself to death, then you quote-unquote deserve to be poor. It's a common attitude. And with women, there's an expectation that they will take care of the feelings of everyone around them, without regard to their own. Girls are very much encouraged in a lot of different ways. And I mean, you can look up the research on this. It's solid. Girls are encouraged in a lot of different ways to care for the feelings of others before their own, where boys are not encouraged to do that. Boys are encouraged not to take care of their own feelings, but they're not encouraged to take care of other people's either. Boys are encouraged to just kind of run roughshod over feelings in general. Whereas girls are encouraged to put their own aside and take care of the feelings of people around them, especially boys. It's a messed up approach to life. And it's good to see, a kid's show pushing back at it is exactly the right place to be doing it. Because that's where kids are going to see it, and kids are the ones who need to see it, because kids are the ones whose attitudes on this kind of stuff can still be changed. So it was good to see this thing of care about other people's feelings, help other people, but know and accept your own limits and be willing to express those limits to other people. It's a good little lesson for kids. And I'm not normally fixated on, what lesson does this teach? But I think this was very clearly an episode that was about that. And I am big on taking a show, taking what it gives me. Following it where it seems to be trying to lead, at least it as an initial approach. And this was very clearly an episode that was about presenting a moral. So let's acknowledge that it was there and that it was a good one. I really enjoyed the dream imagery, though. Steven Universe in general does a good job of making its dreams weird and making them follow dream logic. This one was a little too pat. The dream from that Dogcopter episode was a lot better. And I like that Dogcopter is still around, still basically serving as this symbol of dreams are weird and don't make sense. Like the fact that Dogcopter just shows up in the first dream and then meows instead of barking. That's great. Steven having rockets instead of bones. I think was the line, rockets instead of bones. It was rockets instead of something. And I think it was bones. That was great. The whole symbolism of like the cheese pulling her down to drown was a little too on the nose. But on the other hand, on the rare occasion where I've had a dream that does seem to have a meaning, it has been kind of depressingly on the nose. So, but yeah, good couple episodes. Nothing huge to talk about. Want some more Gem stuff soon, please? But I'm actually going to be taking a week off from the show while I do commission, which is Dirty Pair, and I'm enjoying that show too, so that'll be fun. And then come back and do a couple more episodes of this. So hopefully, good stuff. It's always good stuff. I've been looking at the schedule, like how many episodes are left, and the dates for when episodes are coming out for the 4th season. And I think it looks like what I will probably end up doing, because the 4th season will not be finished by the time I finish the 3rd season. So, unless they change the schedule. So I think what I'll probably do is finish the 3rd season, then do the 2nd season of Gravity Falls, then either do, depending on what's finished, the 2nd season of Star vs. Forces of Evil, the 4th season of Steven Universe, or something else. I know in video comments, a couple of people have mentioned the Netflix Voltron series being good. I might do that. I'll probably put it up to a vote on the Patreon when I get there, but that's still a few months away. So, yeah. See y'all next time. Bye.